Hey Tim, have you ever seen this meme?
Stop it. Get some help.
Either way, you have now. And the reason I'm asking is because, well, I'm asking for help. I have an addiction to spending money on HomeKit devices. Here's the situation. 6 months ago, I moved back to my hometown and bought a new house. A lovely 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully detached. It's great. The problem? There's a ton of HomeKit possibilities. Sometime in 2022, I made a video where I covered every HomeKit accessory in my then condo. This video is a sequel of sorts, to explore what I brought over, what I changed, and the over 100 accessories I have in the Apple Home app. This video isn't a recap or an explainer on Apple Home or HomeKit, but hopefully serves as an exploratory roundup of some of the great new devices for your current or future smart home, and by the end, hopefully you'll be asking, how much HomeKit is too much HomeKit? The best spot to start with any Apple smart home is the Home Hub, and boy, do I have redundancy. I have 4 original HomePods from 2018, bless the Apple gods for not killing them, 3 HomePod minis, and 2 4K Apple TVs. Each of the Apple TVs are paired with 2 HomePods in stereo pair for incredible audio. The Apple TVs are then connected to a 65-inch LG OLED TV in my living room and a 55-inch in my bedroom. Combined, these accessories create a beautiful movie experience with unmatched sound, powered by a beautiful user interface. While smart TVs are notoriously terrible for privacy, I specifically wanted HomeKit-compatible TVs to turn them on and off via scenes, automations, and Siri shortcuts. Plus, a pseudo TV remote appears in the remote app on my other Apple devices, allowing me to interact with the TV itself. The Apple TVs still handle all of my streaming, but I found HDMI CEC to be flaky and Siri shortcut support incredibly handy. When it comes to my HomePod minis, I have 2 of my 3 located in a stereo pair in my studio, while I have the third one located in my ensuite for voice-activated timers, music, and podcasts. Of course, a nice side benefit of having HomePod minis compared to other Home Hub options is that they feature a built-in temperature and humidity sensor, which appears in the Home app. For lighting, I installed 18 Maris 3-way smart switches to remotely control 16 lights and 2 bathroom fans. I also replaced the dimmable pot light switches in the living room and kitchen with Maris 3-way dimmers. While something like Philips Hue smart bulbs are great for customizing color and apartment living, smart switches mean that guests can actually turn off lights normally without receiving a lecture from me for turning off the bulb. Perhaps my favorite automation I've configured with my smart switches is how, when my main bathroom light is turned off, the fan and secondary light also turns off. Now that's saving time right there. Continuing on, I have 4 Maris light strips, 2 behind shelves in my Lego room, and 2 behind TV stands in the living room and bedroom. I also have several lights from Maris. In my ensuite, I have one of their now discontinued mini lamps to provide some soft lighting in the evening. And in my studio, I have one of their still sold smart lamps, along with 2 of their discontinued floor lamps. It's really unfortunate that Maris discontinued these floor lamps because they can be shortened and then mounted to a desk. What I've done is mounted these lights onto my desk, and so I use them as video call lights, so they turn on and off depending on whether I'm on a video call or not. Maris is a brand I've come back to time and time again because of their affordability and reliability. Plus, let's be real, no one wants to move and turn off a light. Next up in my studio are the lights behind me. There are 8 nanoleaf lines and 2 Philips Hue play lights, creating some fun colors, allowing me to add a little bit of personality into my video calls and these videos. While the nanoleaf lines are Wi-Fi based, the play lights do require the Philips Hue hub. Last for this section are the 14 nanoleaf shapes hexagons mounted above my bed to add some fun lighting and personality. Admittedly, nanoleaf and Philips Hue products are pretty pricey, but they add a lot of life into an otherwise static space. So if you can find them on sale, take advantage. Outlets is an easy one to cover. I use 8 Maris smart plugs around my house to, well, turn things on and off, because that's pretty much all they really do. 6 of these outlets are connected to devices with batteries, like my electric toothbrush, vacuum, and Ryobi lawn equipment, with an automation that turns the battery chargers on twice a week for a few hours to avoid the batteries constantly circulating energy and degrading faster. Meanwhile, the other 2 are connected to actual lights. I have this incredible custom lamp made out of an old iMac G4 in my bedroom, and these awesome little glowing Apple logos on either side of my studio display. For smart blinds, I opted to outfit my entire house with IKEA
Fixtures.
blackout roller blinds. Smart blinds were, by far, the single most expensive category to complete. Nevertheless, IKEA offers perhaps the most price-friendly HomeKit smart blinds, and are fairly easily accessible, even if they do require a hub and are a bit of a pain in the ass to configure. I do love these blinds though. I use them multiple times a day, based on various automations. And while they occasionally do have to be charged, after all they are battery powered, I think about how nice it is to not have to manually roll up multiple blinds every time I want to open or close them. There are 3 types of cameras used around my house. The Eufy C120 for indoor use, the Eufy 2C plus hub for outdoor use, and an Aqara video doorbell on my front door. When HomeKit initially supported video cameras, I was hesitant to have an always-on camera in my home. But now, I have my indoor cameras turn off while I'm home and automatically turn on when I leave, being clearly indicated with a red recording light for peace of mind. I have 6 Eufy C120 cameras scattered around my house, so don't you dare think about breaking in. Outdoors, I use 4 battery-powered cameras, each watching a side of my house. Unlike the indoor cameras, the outdoor cameras are recording 24/7. Now, a while back, Eufy did have a security situation challenging their video encryption practices. However, I rest easy knowing that I bought these cameras specifically to use HomeKit Secure Video, or HSV, where the video recorded by the cameras are encrypted locally on my network by a home hub and then sent to Apple servers for storage, ensuring that neither Eufy nor Apple can view my footage. Prior to Aqara releasing their video doorbell, I was living in my condo, faced with a challenge. The only video doorbells that supported HSV had to be wired, and that obviously wasn't an option for me. So, imagine how excited I was. No, seriously, you have no idea how excited I was. When Aqara released a battery-powered HomeKit doorbell that supported HSV and was affordable. I like this doorbell so much that I have gifted it to several family members. For climate control, I use a Miza AC to control my heat pump and 4 Ecobee thermostats to regulate boiler heat in my bedrooms, living room, and kitchen. The Miza AC I've actually owned for years, having bought it during a Kickstarter campaign, only finally using it when I moved into this house and being pleasantly surprised that it worked with split heat pumps. Meanwhile, I've wanted to use Ecobee thermostats forever, solely because they're like the golden child of smart home accessories. Of course, all 5 of these accessories are configured to different automations, like turning down when I leave home and going to sleep, and turning back up when I arrive home and start my day. For locks, I don't just want to talk about door locks, but all kinds of HomeKit locks. Upon moving in, one of the first things I did was replace all of my door locks with the Aqara U100. I mean, this lock has HomeKit support, a keypad, a fingerprint sensor, and even a physical key. It's absolutely revolutionary! But the main reason why I bought it was because it supported the ability to lock and unlock my door using Apple HomeKey via my iPhone and Apple Watch with just a tap. What made the U100 stand out is that it comes in at around half the cost of the Schlage Encode Plus, an incredible yet expensive HomeKit lock, which was the first to support Apple HomeKey. For my garage door, I installed the Maris garage door opener. Now my house came with a MyQ garage door opener already installed, and at one point, MyQ sold a HomeKit hub, which they discontinued, citing low demand and too many problems. So naturally, people began integrating their MyQ garage door openers into HomeKit with HomeBridge and Home Assistant, only for those connections to later be blocked by MyQ's parent company, Chamberlain. Naughty. Fortunately, thanks to the awesome folks at Maris, their support team was able to direct me to which wires I needed to connect the garage door opener to, and now I have an awesome retrofitted HomeKit garage door opener. Next up is the Yale SmartSafe, size medium because that's the only one available on Amazon. The Yale SmartSafe comes with a Wi-Fi bridge and shows up in HomeKit as a lock, allowing you to control it via the Home app, with Siri, or with a programmable passcode. And don't worry, it also comes with a physical key. While not necessarily the most useful HomeKit accessory I bought, it does make for a really unique addition. Also from Yale, and last in this section, is the company Smart Delivery Box, which is supposed to automatically lock when packages are placed inside it, keeping it safe until I retrieve it. However, it doesn't really work. Thanks, Yale. Pivoting to sensors, throughout my house, I have a small army of a car's incredibly affordable leak sensors, granting me peace of mind knowing that stray leaks can be detected early, preventing serious water damage. Because my garage lacks a thermostat, and I hate to waste energy, I have an environmental sensor in there, also from Aqara, to monitor the temperature. All of the Aqara sensors are connected to the company's M2 hub. To monitor for smoke and carbon monoxide, I use 4 First Alert 1-link smoke and carbon monoxide detectors located in each of the bedrooms and the kitchen. What I enjoy most about having smart smoke detectors is knowing that my dog is safe and sound when I'm not home. Even though the little monster enjoys eating cardboard when I'm not here, both the leak sensors and smoke detectors will send me notifications whether I'm home or away should they detect something. There you have it, my over 100 device Apple Smart Home powered by HomeKit. One accessory that didn't have a section that it perfectly fit into was the Aqara button that I use in my ensuite to run various HomeKit scenes. And at the time of recording, I'm waiting on the Aqara door and window sensor to arrive alongside the Aqara presence sensor. The door and window sensor is intended to be used on my front door because it seems to not always shut properly. Meanwhile, the presence sensor is intended to be installed in the studio, where I want it to turn on the nano leaf lines and play lights and Apple logo outlet when I'm working and turn off when I'm not. I was also fortunate to get a great deal on some more nanoleaf shaped hexagons, which I intend to install in my living room as a fun ambient light. Along with all of this, I'm considering getting a HomeKit compatible faucet, and that's all before Matter hopefully brings previously unavailable categories to HomeKit like robot vacuums, fridges, and washing machines. I really appreciate you taking some time to watch this video, and hopefully you found an accessory or two you're interested in using in your house. Link for all of the accessories you talked about are in the video's description. Leave a like and consider subscribing. Bye for now!